Hello there, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning into Mentium, the podcast that takes you on a journey to unlock the full potential of your mind. My name is Majama. I will be your host and your guide on this adventure into the fascinating realm of mindset, mental fitness, and personal growth. In each episode, I dive deep into the intricacies of the human mind, exploring the power of positive thinking, resilience, and the strategies to cultivate a mindset that propels you towards success. So, buckle up for a journey of self discovery, empowerment, and transformation. Get ready to unleash the power of your mind with Mentium. Thank you so much for joining me once again on Mentium. I am so grateful to each and every one of you. Today, we are going to talk about life because life is beautiful if you can't see it. But what is it, you might ask? We'll talk about it pretty soon. Certainly, you have heard of the statements that it doesn't matter what life throws at you. What's important is how you take it and what you make of it. Or when life gives you lemon, you make lemonade. About 10 years ago, I met a young lady who was very intelligent and outgoing. For the sake of this podcast, I'll call her Jen. Jen was visiting the US with her family. And I truly believe that she lived with those principles, even though she might not realize it. Jen and her family, composed of her husband, her daughter, and her in-laws, came to the US to celebrate her husband's 40th birthday in Vail, Colorado. They were having a very good time together as a family, but were not prepared for what came next. Paul, Jen's husband, whom I saw in a picture with their 11-month-old daughter, was the very good-looking young man, full of life. He fell during one of his ski sessions in the beautiful mountains of Vail. Unconscious and unresponsive, he was taken to the hospital, where he was diagnosed with a brain hemorrhage. The family was, of course, devastated. They all blamed the fall for it, but the doctors found otherwise. They discovered that the brain hemorrhage was a pre-existing condition. Any wife would be completely lost and devastated by such horrendous news about her husband. But Jane was a strong woman. This is what she said. It was meant to happen here, and it is a good thing. But how? You might ask. Swedish Medical Center, the hospital where Paul was being treated, is the best in the world in terms of brain care. The reason they learned about Paul's disease here, she said, is a blessing. Because had it happened anywhere else in the world, he might have not received the best care possible. And that's exactly what he's getting right now. After a couple of weeks of sleep, Paul started to respond to the small request of the doctors and the family. Requests like, blink your eyes if you can hear me, or squeeze my hand if you can feel my touch. You see, in a situation like that, it is absolutely hard to even try to find anything positive in things like that. But that's exactly what Jane did. That's why I said, indeed, life is beautiful if you can't see it. If you can't see the doom and the gloom, if you do your best to see the good in everything, everyone, and everywhere, then of course life becomes a beauty. If you refuse to see the negative, analyze, look at, go through any situation with a positive mental attitude, then life is beautiful. It is the dark side, the impossible, the limitation, anything that prevents you from being the best you can be, regardless of your situation. It is easy to get caught up in the negativity that surrounds us, whether it's from the news, social media, or even our own thoughts. It can feel like the weight of the world is bearing down on us, making it hard to see the light that still shines through. But what if I told you that even in the darkest of times, there is beauty to be found? It may not always be obvious, but it is there, waiting to be discovered if we only open our eyes and our hearts to it. Think about the simple things in life that bring joy: a smile from a stranger, a ray of sunshine breaking through the clouds, the laughter of a loved one, the giggle of a baby. These moments may seem small, but they have the power to uplift our spirits and remind us of the beauty that still exists in the world. Even in the face of adversity, there is beauty to be found in resilience, in the human spirit's capacity to endure and overcome. It's in these moments of struggle that we often find our greatest strength and our deepest connections to others. So, how can we train ourselves to see the beauty in life, even when it feels that all hope is lost? It starts with gratitude, taking the time to appreciate the good things we have, no matter how small they may seem. Gratitude has a way of shifting our perspective and helping us find the silver lining in even the darkest clouds. It also helps to practice mindfulness, to be present in the moment and focus on the here and now. When we let go of worries about the past and fears of the future, we can easily see the beauty that surrounds us in the present. Now is a gift, and that's why it's called the present. Life is indeed beautiful. Even if it is hard to see, it's up to us to open our eyes and our hearts to the beauty that still exists, even in the midst of doom and gloom. So let's challenge ourselves to find the beauty in each day, to appreciate the simple joy that brings light into our lives, and to remember that no matter how dark the world may seem, there is always beauty waiting to be discovered. I truly want you to take up that challenge. Next time you are in a situation that is not pleasant, take a deep breath and think about it. Try to see in your mind's eye, where can you locate the beauty in this situation? Where can you find the positive side of it? Because it is there. No matter what it is, and no matter how hard things are, there is always a positive side of any situation. And since what we focus on expands, focus on the good, and good will expand into your life. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey to find the beauty in life. Remember, is indeed beautiful if we can see it. Before I sign off, I just wanted to thank each and every one of you again, those who already are following me on Spotify or Audible or Apple Podcast or Podcast Land or Amazon Music, because this podcast is everywhere right now. So I would like for you to really help me spread it out to people that you think it might add value to them. I would truly, truly appreciate it. Something that I haven't shared yet in this podcast is that I am a certified executive coach with the focus on mental fitness. My mission is really to work with entrepreneurs or people or aspiring entrepreneurs who are dealing with imposter syndrome. So should you need any assistance in that domain, or you would like to work with me, feel free to get in touch. All my contact information will be on the link below wherever you are listening this podcast. Until next time, stay hopeful, stay grateful, and keep seeking the beauty in every moment. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. Peace.